We gotta come up with a quick introduction.
Okay.
I was thinking you starting saying, "Hi guys, I'm Josh," and then I'll say, "I'm Adri, and we're living in Spanglish."
We could do Tu Joshua y yo Alexandra. Tu Jochi.
Y yo Adriana.
Hi, this is Josh.
I'm Adri, we're living in Spanglish.
Living in Spanglish.
What are we talking about today?
So we are going to be talking about the only thing we've been able to focus our energies on, which is
Potty training our 3-year-old. Actually, he's not quite 3, but we're gonna say 3. It's very close.
Yeah, it's really close. I mean, do we really want to be like our 34-month-old?
By the way, if you're a parent that does that, stop. Nobody can count that many
nobody
months.
counts in months.
After 12, you gotta cut it out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Maybe 18.
My son is 512 weeks. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
You know, when you go to mom's groups, they always kind of like that. Like, my son was born 7.5 weeks.
Well, I mean, it makes a difference when you're that little, right? I mean, your progression level.
Yeah, but once you get to like 18 months, like people don't know what
18 months
20 months means. Like they don't. I don't even, and I have 2 kids.
Yeah.
So we've been attempting to potty train our beautiful son, and it has been so fun.
So much fun.
Tell us what your favorite thing is about potty training.
My favorite thing about potty training is getting our son to agree that he needs to get our attention, talk to us about using the potty, and then immediately peeing himself in a corner while we're attending his sister. So.
My favorite thing that has happened has been going through a whole talk with James about how he needs to tell us, and he needs to tell me that he needs to pee, and then have him pee himself right after a whole conversation. So let's talk about what that was.
Okay.
So let's talk about our experience. Maybe let's start at the beginning. Why are we potty training?
We're potty training because it's time, really. And I've heard many opinions of boys are harder to do because they don't feel it as much. And so,
I've also heard no, girls are way more difficult.
Yeah.
I feel like whatever you have, you think is most difficult.
Yeah. And I feel like right now, it's just, let's just like jump
hard.
into it. You know, it's gonna be hard, period.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna wait until he's 8 years old to potty train him. That doesn't make any sense either. That, you know, but I feel like we're at a stage where we need to start moving him out of diapers. We need to start moving him into being more self-sufficient in terms of using the restroom. And we decided to start about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, he was
2
also
weeks ago?
a week ago.
He
He was also hiding to go pee and poop, which is a classic sign of like your kid is ready, because they're starting to understand that this is something you do in private. You don't just do while you're out and about hanging out.
That's true.
So we started noticing that more and more he would go into a corner to pee or poop, because he'd give me that face.
What's the face?
I don't even know how to do the face, but it's like this guilty, like...
See, my face, the face that I've seen, it's usually been like...
Very pensive.
Yes, it's like a, I'm thinking of the future and about how I'm gonna wet myself.
Okay, so then what we did is we started daycare. Our son goes to daycare, and so 4 days out of the week, and so we started the first day that he started going to daycare last week, and we sent him with like 8 pairs of underwear, and we put him in underwear on the way. He actually peed himself that first morning. I mean, it was his first day, you know, whatever. One thing to remember for me, I think I'm the worst out of the both of us, is like not having a negative reaction every time he has an accident. I'm so bad at it. In any case, he had an accident right before we left the house, so he made it to daycare clean. And then the poor boy did not pee the whole day he was at daycare until I went to go pick him up, which I've actually read is really normal for kids to like not poop or like not pee as often when they're like in public, because it's like embarrassing for them. And I think there were a lot of kids, and they sat him down every hour, and he did not pee at all. And so I got there and I said, we can't go into the car until you pee. And at that point he was like, you know,
dancing,
bailando, dancing. Anyways, we went, he peed, he was so excited, And then since then, he has not peed at our house successfully until yesterday.
Yes, success. It only took a week. So I guess we could count our...
Which meant that every night after daycare, he peed in the car and in the house, like in his underwear.
In his underwear.
In the mornings, he would pee in the car or on his, like, we could not catch him. And I think it's also about learning what your son does, like his face.
Yeah, I think that face that I made, that's like, it's starting to become something we look for, like a cue of, son's not pee.
Yeah. And then we had a long weekend, which I think was like the true test, because we really had to be consistent with, we're doing this, you're gonna be in underwear, you can't pee yourself.
That's true.
So yesterday we had this moment where, so again, he's been having accidents, right? And he wouldn't, yesterday this kid thought it'd be cute. I sat him down before we had breakfast. I sat him down for like 5 minutes and I was like, you gotta pee something, dude. He didn't do it. He wouldn't pee. And then we sit down at the breakfast table and this little boy gives me this look, which I should have recognized, but I second guessed myself. And he gives me this look and then he does one of these and starts hanging off the table.
Starts squatting in his chair.
Yeah, and I still don't, why did I still not catch it? But then he wouldn't sit down and then he was like, I'm done eating, no mas. You know what no mas meant? No mas meant, I don't want to sit in my own dookie.
Yeah, he had straight up in his pants a lot.
So disgusting. So then, anyways, he went and took a nap. When he woke up from a nap, I mean, later that day or whatever, he didn't take a nap after breakfast. He went and took a nap, woke up, had peed the bed, which was a bummer, but whatever, it is what it is. And so we went through it, the exercise of like touching all the items, seeing what was wet. If it was wet, we put it in the dirty hamper so that he would get the idea that like you have to clean up after yourself once you do it. He was also so peed and gross that like I had to shower him, and he was not excited about that because he had just woken up, so he didn't want to jump into the shower. And after we went through the whole exercise, we came downstairs and this boy peed and pooped right in front of me. He gave me the look and I didn't recognize it. And he pooped.
Okay, now within the same day, so the highs and lows of potty training, our son was able to use the restroom successfully. He number 2'd twice.
Yay!
Hey, bravo!
Yeah, so we had some family over yesterday. He didn't want to pee in front of them. We went out to the park, and at the park, he was giving me the look, which I by now could like recognize. And I was like, he has to pee, so we like went home, and he gave me the look like 3 times. Like this boy like had to go. And so once we got into the house, he went straight to the toilet, and then he was so proud of himself. And he like, as he was peeing, he was like, "Mommy."
Yeah. That's the cool part. Like, they know when they're successful, when they've like accomplished. So because that same night he peed, but then he also like later on after we showered him to get ready for the night, he also did number 2.
Yeah.
And so we were like, he was like, and he wanted to show his mom.
He was like, Mira, potty.
Come look at this turd.
Yeah, it was very cute. It was very cute. Yeah. Anyways, so successful day. Today he has not peed in his underwear. He's done really good. So what can we take away from this whole situation?
Oh, we haven't even mentioned the treats. Oh, the candy. Today I put the candy in a place where he could see it, and then he was like, okay. And then he number 1.
Yeah, that's what's up. Anyway, so those are adventures in potty training. We're gonna keep strong. We might give an update later. But we would just wanna, some things that I think are really important. Our son is bilingual, which means that we don't speak to him in English, but daycare does. And so we've had to come up with like we didn't know what to call his underwear. We wanted it to be a word that he could say both at daycare and here, so that he wasn't as confused, because sometimes when he learns new words, he has to like really think about them before he knows what they are. And with this, we just wanted it to be the same. So like potty is the potty, undies is what we call this underwear, pee and poo-poo sound the same in Spanish or English. So they've been able to do that there. They taught him to say like, I'm going potty in the toilet, which we weren't saying that. We were saying going pee in the potty, but I think he's getting it. I think he gets the idea that they're all related.
Same. Yeah.
Yeah. Is there anything else? Oh, and then treats. He knows the word treats.
He knows the word
because
treats.
we don't give treats in the house, but daycare does, and so we are now accommodating treats because so he knows what that is.
Yeah.
Anyways, I think that's it for today.
Yeah, that is it. Like and subscribe. Is that a thing we're gonna start saying?
Yeah, like and subscribe. That is a thing we can start saying. Also, if you have any tips on how to potty train a child who doesn't care to be potty trained rarely, let us know.
Yeah, we're 1 week into this. We could still integrate a lot of it into it.
Alright, thank you guys so much for watching this video. We'll see you next time.
Ba-dum-bum, ba-dum-bum. Hey!